Hello, you're watching Outside Xbox. This is Show of the Week. I'm Andy.
And I'm Jane. And this week I got my Rock Band out of retirement in preparation for Rock Band 4.
Waiting on the pistol, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the biz act. Now ladies, if we kiss her.
I do not remember dressing them like that.
Speaking of Rock Band, I was up in the attic the other day and you cannot move for plastic instruments up there. I couldn't get to my skis, which I definitely own. That's the reason I couldn't go and have never been skiing.
Oh, well, at least you can bring all that stuff downstairs soon enough.
Why's that?
Because, Andy, it's been officially confirmed that Rock Band 4 due this year will support all your old plastic guitars and drum kits that you never got round to giving away to charity. Score one for procrastination. You'll be able to plug in all your old gear using what peripheral maker Mad Catz is referring to as a legacy controller adapter and what we're referring to as a fancy USB hub. There will be new instruments released with the game too, but they'll be the same basic layout as the old controllers, just more durable. They will still shatter into a million pieces if you smash them on the floor after a triumphant performance, but don't try and make that our fault.
My veins are blue and connected, and every single bone in my brain is electric.
That's because the gameplay in Rock Band 4 remains pretty much the same as you remember, unlike in the also revived Guitar Hero. What are these guys, passing memos? Anyway, Rock Band still gives you 5 buttons and a strum bar. Posturing and crotch thrusting are optional. What that also means is, if, like us, you've blown the GDP of a small country on downloadable songs from the Rock Band store, then rejoice, because you'll still be able to transfer them over to the new-gen Rock Band 4 and play them with the slick new 1080p graphics.
Yeah, when I say nothing, I say everything.
So with so much staying the same, it raises the question, just how many cupcakes is a lethal dose? No, wait, it raises the other question, what has changed? Well, the show mode is a good place to start. This turns a Rock Band session into a live gig, complete with a set list voted on by the band, requests shouted from the crowd, and awkward banter from the singer. You even get to perform, or even better, straight up refuse to perform, an encore. Shows form the basis of a revamped career mode, which is described as more of an RPG than previous games. What that seems to boil down to is the option of whether to sell out or not, which is a crucial decision that sooner or later every band has to face. Do you want to couch surf and play grungy dive bars for your whole life and maintain your credibility, or do you want to shill salted meat products over the microphone before your gigs and receive a hefty kickback? Hey, the Duke of Gravity's neon bondage outfits don't come cheap, you know. There are other minor tweaks to the gameplay itself. Drum fills are now more guided, so it's less likely to sound like you just kicked your drum kit down some stairs. There's also a new freeform melodies option for vocalists on the higher difficulties that allows them to freestyle as long as it's in tune. So yes, Rock Band 4 is still Rock Band, but damn it, it's the best version of Rock Band it can be, and that's fine by us, because it's not like that money we spent on DLC is ever coming back. Does anyone want to buy some salted meat products?
So yeah, there's Rock Band 4, Guitar Hero Live.
I don't know, these rhythm action games are like buses.
Yeah, you wait ages and then 2 turn up at once.
You stand up when you're on them sometimes.
Sometimes they crash. Yeah, I guess they're not really much like buses, are they?
Anyway, I'm not going to buy both of them. Which one's better?
Well,
Both Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero Live aim to revive the music game genre and are coming out late this year, which is ironic considering the reason they stopped making these games in the first place was oversaturation. But there you go. To compare and contrast, Rock Band 4 will have guitars, drums and vocals, while Guitar Hero Live has realised what its name implies and will be focusing on just the guitar. So if you want to sing or play the drums, then deciding between the two is a cinch. And while Rock Band 4 will keep its instruments similar to those bundled with Rock Band games, Guitar Hero Live has completely redesigned its guitar controllers. Now, instead of 5 buttons on the controller's neck, you have 6, with 2 buttons on each fret and black and white note markers on the in-game highway. This is great news for people who have trouble using their pinky finger to hit the 5th button, but it also means that none of your previously downloaded Guitar Hero tracks will work with Guitar Hero Live, and neither will any plastic guitars you have lying around. As mentioned earlier, Rock Band's back catalogue of DLC is compatible with Rock Band 4. This is welcome news because I also keep the majority of my savings in the form of Rock Band DLC. The other major change for Guitar Hero Live is presentation. The cartoony avatars such as Judy Nails and Johnny Napalm are out, with live-action band members to replace them. You play a guitarist with a GoPro strapped to their forehead, with the idea being to put you in the pointy shoes of an actual rock star, seeing the crowd react to how well you're doing. Everyone's a critic. Guitar Hero Live also has Guitar Hero TV, a collection of real music videos over which you can have a Guitar Hero highway to play along with, and a competitive online section for you to challenge other guitarists. As for the all-important track lists, neither game has announced its complete lineup yet, but aside from the baffling inclusion of Skrillex in Guitar Hero Live, they're both shaping up nicely and have tracks from Royal Blood, Old J, Stevie Wonder and Queen for starters. It's too early to call it on which game will be the rightful heir to the music game legacy when they both try to resurrect the genre later this year. Guitar Hero Live shakes things up much more than the safer sequel we get in Rock Band 4, but that could go either way. One obvious downside is that you will have to spend lots of time with these people.
That's when she told me she had an identical twin sister. Relax, man.
First chance I get, I'm going solo.
Now it's time to see what you've been saying in the comments and denying on our list of outlandish demands on our Gig Rider.
They're not sure about the bowl of brown M&Ms, but they can definitely do the goat sacrifice.
Oh, sweet. First up, your comments on last week's show about the world's greatest detective, me, figuring out stuff about Batman Arkham Knight.
You also won't be without human backup either. Longtime favourite sidekicks Nightwing, Robin and Catwoman will be present as well, which I've worked out because these people in the trailer are all wearing those characters' costumes.
Commenter, our sociopathic anime dragon, is feeling social enough to ask, hang on, Nightwing and Robin? Aren't they the same person? Or am I horribly misinformed when it comes to DC?
It's quite simple, really. Dick Grayson was the original Robin, but became Nightwing and was replaced by a young circus acrobat by the name of Jason Todd, who went on to Tim Drake, the Robin we see in the Batman Arkham series. Of course, that's not counting Earth 2 Robin, pre-Crisis on Infinite.
Baddock Backercock poses the following brain teaser. Riddle me this. Superman has it, same as Batman, but Flash only has half of it. What am I?
The first Gotham National Bank.
It's dead parents.
Oh. Finally, Cockney waterfowl Dick Van Dyke will be furious if the Catwoman missions are not trying to steal the police hat from Harley Quinn that she stole in the original trailer.
Oh, you're in for it now, Harley. Stealing an officer's police hat is a serious offence.
Also, I mean, she killed him as well.
That too. Moving on, here are your comments on this video about the things you can't resist doing in games, inspired by suggestions from you lot.
What possible use could I have for all this junk? Doesn't matter, I will carry it around one weight point away from being over encumbered until I remember to stuff it in a chest or a locker somewhere. What if there's a really hard boss later on who can only be killed by me throwing 32 rusty cans at him? Then who's gonna look crazy? Now we've got still more suggestions like this from Robert De Niro, who says, I have a habit of meleeing walls. Don't ask.
I can believe it. I've seen Taxi Driver. Platinum Dum Dum meanwhile suggests, whenever you walk in front of a door and an AI needs to be scanned with like a scanner, I always walk in front of it. Is it just me?
In Arkham Asylum, with these scanner doors, I always used to make them scan Batman's bat butt.
I guess they have his butt print on file. Moving on, Alexander Noel says, when it comes to finding loot, waterfalls are the outdoors version of stairs.
So wise. Finally this week we invented a new sport, Chainsaw Jenga in Farming Simulator 15.
No, what?
I don't care. No, it exploded and disappeared.
The tree just vaporised.
You lost so hard that the tree vaporised.
Oh my god.
Matt Appleton knows massive injustice when he sees it, saying, and he shouldn't have lost when he did because the tree didn't fall, it just disappeared. Yeah, the rules didn't say anything about the tree vanishing from this plane of existence.
No, they do. Right here.
Now this is some thorough rules.
Some high-level analysis from Kat Taylor, who says, it seems like Andy's ninja cut worked because he brought the chainsaw back through the cut he had already made. Oh, good grief. I can't believe you guys got me analysing how best to do Chainsaw Jenga in a farming simulator game. What am I doing with my life?
Using it wisely, Kat, is what? Finally, Adam Thornton asks, am I right in assuming that the only way to enjoy this game is to avoid farming?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, I'm going to head back in. I'll catch you in a bit.
Bye. Hang on a minute, are those brown M&Ms? How does the goat get a better rider than I do?
That's it for Show of the Week. Thanks for watching. And before you go, quick poll on your favourite food. Click like for ice cream and dislike for poison.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. All right, I got my skis down from the attic. Now I can go and do all the skiing.
That is a Guitar Hero controller.
I knew that.